So, welcome to everyone to Sai University's SaiU Pathways, a masterclass series exclusively designed for high school students and educators. Through these 1 hour sessions delivered by Sai University's global faculty, deans, and leadership team, participants gain insights into undergraduate learning across disciplines and receive a participation certificate too. Right. So the sessions are scheduled from 22nd December to 5th Jan. So kindly look out for communications from our counselors where you can get the schedules and joining link. So please do join for happy learning. Yeah. Today marks our inaugural session titled Building Future Ready Careers Through Liberal Education. And in this session, we will explore how Sai University's multidisciplinary undergraduate programs across 8 schools help students build adaptability, creativity, critical thinking, and AI ready skills essential for the future of work. It is an absolute pleasure to welcome our distinguished speaker for the inaugural session, Dr. Ajith Abraham, Vice Chancellor of Sai University and Dean School of AI. Dr. Abraham is a globally renowned AI scientist and a prolific researcher with over 1,500 publications to his name. With over 63,000 citations, Dr. Abraham ranks among the top 0.01% most cited scientists globally in AI and engineering. His work has attracted more than 110 million US dollars in research funding, and he has collaborated with world-class, world-leading institutions like MIT, Harvard, Cambridge, and Oxford. And recently at AI Journey 2025 in Moscow, one of the world's most premier AI forums, Dr. Ajith Abraham was invited to speak on the high profile Future with AI as a topic in the presidential panel alongside President Vladimir Putin and global AI leaders as well. He has also delivered a plenary address on the AI driven digital healthcare in the same forum. During the visit, he also spoke at the BRICS Business Forum at Sberbank headquarters, marking Sai University's induction into the Global AI Alliance Network, a significant milestone reinforcing its global academic and research presence. With that, we are truly honored to have him with us today. And over to you, sir.
Hi, good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Nilay, for that nice introduction and putting this wonderful program together. So the series will continue in the next few days, I would say precisely for the next 2 weeks, and then we'll plan for more such programs in the future. The idea is to spread the importance of liberal education and what Sai University aspire for as a unique university from India, looking at liberal education from a totally different perspective. And today I'll be talking a bit in general about future ready careers, what liberal education is all about, and how it differs from others, and what Sai University is offering in this perspective. And since I also head the School of AI, I will also talk a bit towards what AI School is all about and how we do things differently when compared to others. So the idea is to interact, not just myself, talking and going away, but I would like to interact with all of you and let us see, how we can translate our vision mission to the broader community, whether you're an aspiring student or a parent or an educator. We would like to connect with you. As a university, we believe that we should connect with the community. So these are all, I would say, one of the pathways how we engage with the community at large. So we will keep the question and answers towards the end, but you can always, note down the questions, and then towards the end, we will have a nice time for questions and answers. Especially for students, and I would say whether you're an educator or whether you're a parent, if you're new to liberal education. So it's all about how we do things in the classroom. So typically liberal education model, we teaches our students how to think. It's not what to think. So we are able to connect various subjects in an organic way instead of keeping them separately. So students will feel that all these are part of a very big curriculum, and they are able to understand things more holistically and thinking out of the box. It helps students being more creative, adaptable to various situations in real world, understanding the world in a better way, so being more ethical, and the most important, being more, I would say, employable and wanted more uh, by the workforce. So, in simple form, you can say it blends science, humanities, arts, and technology at large, integrating communication, problem solving, and working with various team members. You learn theory, at the same time, it is more experiential. So you can imagine all these nice combinations together. You have science, arts and technology leading the front, and then communication, critical thinking, problem solving, working as a team, understanding the foundational aspects, and more experiential learning. So that is one way to put liberal education in a very simple way. And in liberal education, a student is not forced to choose a particular domain. So the student will have the choice to explore various pathways and then decide which particular pathway is more appealing for me, or it matches with my abilities, my talent, so that the student can contribute a lot more. So there is no need to focus on a narrow pathway, but you can always move on to different pathways according to the things you get to learn when you begin the learning pathway. And it is very important for the future. Many of us think that this is more like a luxury, but apparently it's not. It is more like a essential, very essential for the future workforce. So the future workplace is very unpredictable, and it's going to be very interdisciplinary. And it is very technology driven. For example, AI, data science, a lot of automation. Some of you might be enjoying the fruit of all this, right? You might have seen how technology has scaled up during the last 3, 4 years. AI is everywhere, and it has changed the way we do many things, whether it is at home, whether it is at your school, or whether it is some workplace, or whether you're doing some communication, whether you are going in a car, whether you're ordering food, whether you're taking a photo. So AI is everywhere. And it has also changed, the way we do many things in the world. From a global perspective, we are more like a networked world. So if something happens here, it translates immediately in some other parts of the world. And collaboration has become very easy, and anyone can do business from anywhere. All you need is some idea. So the future workplace is going to be, on one side, very interesting, but at the same time, it is going to be very challenging and unpredictable. So we need a workforce who can even shift careers. For example, if I want to simply focus on a one particular aspect, for example, I study entrepreneurship, but then again, the future we might need more demands, requirement in certain other pathways, then you need to immediately adapt and learn new things and shift, sometimes even shift your main focus and even shift careers. So there is a need to learn new skills continuously. That is very, very important. At the same time, we might need to combine our own intellectual abilities, our own talent, plus technology assisted capabilities. And this will help us to solve complex real world problems. And liberal education is all about building exactly these skills. And even, I would say, liberal education prepares them for jobs that don't exist yet. You can imagine one can even discover a new job. So, how it helps students to design their own career? So, one thing is liberal education gives a nice exposure to many new fields simultaneously. So, it helps us to discover our own strengths and passion, our underlying passion, our own talent. A lot of learning through hands on experience, project based, experiential learning. And also, you get to understand what is out there, what is required in the industry. Very flexible curriculum. So, basically, you can customize your own path. If you're busy in some semester, probably you can take a lighter load and you can take a heavier load in another semester, even to that extent. Switching between various disciplines. For example, you can take a course in psychology, you can take a course in entrepreneurship, you can take a course on media, you can take a course on law, you can take a course on health sciences, you can take a course on AI, you can take a course on data science, you can take a course on biotech. You can imagine a platter of several courses available, and then you can imagine the pathways you can opt. Internships plus research, like I said, internships helps you with experiential learning in a very big scale. Research in every course helps you to be a lifelong learner. So it builds practical experience in a very big way. Besides the mentoring, various mentoring possibilities during your educational pathway, which will help you to set career goals, adapt according to various skill sets that you'll acquire during the time period. So, like I said, it can create careers that did not exist before. For example, AI and psychology together, you can imagine human AI interaction specialist. Law and data science together, you can think about privacy and cybersecurity lawyer. Imagine a lawyer just not even seeing the court system, just working in an office. Biology and computing, you can have your own startup, like a bioinformatics entrepreneur. Similar economics and AI, you can be a fintech product strategist. So liberal education is all about giving you that flexibility to explore, experiment, and then you choose your own path with confidence. And what students will gain is all about problem solving, creativity, teamwork, emotional intelligence, scientific reasoning, ethical judgment, AI literacy, entrepreneurial mindset, and how it impacts long-term career pathway, multiple career tracks, leadership roles. You will see the world in a different way. So it's easy to get into leadership roles. Lifelong learning, global citizenship, you try to understand the world in a very different way. You try to understand problems from a different perspective. Responsible innovation, you try to innovate things for the betterment of society. So all these things would definitely help you to navigate your future in the best possible way. And the world needs graduates who can think critically, solve real societal problems, build sustainable solutions, and work with new technologies. And liberal education produces such responsible citizens. From the real world, if you look at big companies like Google, Apple, Meta, they actively recruit liberal arts graduates because they can think creatively and work across disciplines. So many leadership roles, many CEOs, CTOs, top managers, many times they have a liberal arts and interdisciplinary background. NEP 2020, National Education Policy of India, promotes multidisciplinary liberal education because our policymakers find that this is the future of our country. We need our graduates to work across various disciplines to contribute to various workforce, to contribute directly to the community and for the development of the nation. So Sai University is a university that was founded in 2018, pioneering liberal education model in India. It's one of the first in India to adopt an international liberal education model that encourages broad exploration before specialization. So you might have heard about many other brands, and they are more into liberal arts education. So liberal education and liberal arts, there is a huge difference. So liberal arts means within arts. You can look at psychology, sociology, humanities, literature, political science. So the platter is very small. But when it comes to liberal education, imagine if you have health sciences, if you have AI, if you have data science, if you have law, if you have media, if you have business, if you have technology, and imagine if you're given the option to pick and choose the various disciplines. So basically, at Sai University, we allow our students to mix and match various subjects across various schools to design their own interdisciplinary pathways. So it is possible to choose one major and two minors from two different fields. You can imagine a student joining School of AI for BTech AI, major in AI, at the same time having a minor in psychology and another minor in entrepreneurship. So you can imagine, such a wide platter, letting the students, to design their own career pathways, guided by our Honorable Chancellor, who is also the founder of Sai University, Sri K.V. Ramani, one of India's first stage IT entrepreneur, the founder of Future Software, co-founder of Huge Software, and he's also the co-founder of NASCOM, and he was the chairman for NASCOM for a few years. A very unique governing board with Sri Narayana Murthy, founder and chairman, Infosys. Now he has retired. Former CGI, Supreme Court, India, Justice M.N. Venkatacharya, Sri Ashank Desai, founder and chairperson of Mastec and also co-founder of NASCOM, Sri Mohandas Pai, chairman Manipal Global Education, Sri K.P. Krishnan, Sri Rampanchu, We have people from industry as well. Mrs. Sunita Reddy, Managing Director of Apollo Hospitals. We have Dr. Debashish Chatterjee, a renowned academician, Director of IIM Kozhikode. So we have a governing board coming from, I would say, industry, academia, and various domains. Even we have policymakers used to work for government of India. So you can imagine a university supported by such an eminent governing board. Faculty is one of the, I would say, the most important aspect of Sai University. We have faculty from elite universities across the world, from University of Oxford, University of Cambridge, Monash, MIT, Harvard, and various other universities. So we have about 60% of our faculty having postgraduate education from outside India. And we have few faculty members having even postdoctoral training experience from outside India. So you can imagine uh, one gets the best academic support at Sai University. So currently we have 8 schools: School of AI, School of Law, School of Media, School of Arts and Sciences, School of Technology, School of Computing Data Sciences, School of Business, and School of Allied Health Sciences. So all of them offers undergraduate degrees, postgraduate degrees, including Doctor of Philosophy programs. So you can imagine we train students right from foundations all the way to generating new knowledge. So that makes Sai University very unique. So about 50 disciplines across 8 schools. And you can imagine the variety of courses a student can pick once the program starts. Now, the next few minutes, I will quickly illustrate a bit about AI, its importance, and finally towards Sai University's School of AI and what makes us unique. So we are seeing a huge revolution during the last few years, specifically I would say during the last 10 years, the invention of large language models, which many of you are experiencing through ChatGPT, various media generating platforms, etc. And it has penetrated all across our society, from transportation, manufacturing, healthcare, education, media, customer service. And if someone asks me what AI cannot do, it is very difficult, for me to answer that. You can see AI is able to capable of reading, writing, vision, can understand, speaking, even smell, touch, movement, understanding emotions, playing games, debating, creativity, even understanding our mind. So you can imagine, how AI has advanced during the last few years, specifically generative AI, just by giving some text or some images, we are able to generate contents. Could be text, could be some image, could be some media, or could be some signals, could be some voice, could be some music. So can you imagine the capabilities are a lot more. And today we are talking about multimodal generative models, which means that just by giving a prompt, you can imagine a video of someone even doing something, even singing a song. So you can imagine, sky is the limit as we move forward, whether it is content creation, chatbots, code creation, adding more data to certain aspects, or music composition, fashion design, gaming, advertisement and marketing, copywriting, translation, education and research. So you can imagine I've touched so many different areas where AI could be used directly. And it's not at all complicated. That makes AI more attractive, and it has found immense usage across several domains. ChatGPT, as many of you might be aware, I'm sure all of you might have tried out ChatGPT, what they can do and how it does. So if I ask, for example, OpenAI's ChatGPT, what are the strengths of Sai University, India? It talks about diverse academic programs, esteemed international faculty, state-of-the-art infrastructure, robust placement support, comprehensive scholarship programs. And if I ask the same thing to Google Gemini, you can see a different set of answers. It talks about interdisciplinary learning, focus on research and innovation, global perspective, strong faculty, modern infrastructure and facilities, industry partnerships, focus on holistic development. You can see there is a slight difference in the answers. If I ask Copilot, Microsoft Copilot, the same question, here it gives a totally different set of answers. It talks about strong management and promoters, international faculty, interdisciplinary courses, state-of-the-art infrastructure, merit-based scholarships, autonomy, eminent governing body, talks about Narayana Murthy, Ashank Desai, etc., etc. If I ask the same question to Lama, Meta's Lama, it talks about academic excellence, it talks about infrastructure, industry connections, student life, accreditations and recognition. Very different pathways. And if I ask DeepSeek, it gave a very elaborative answer. Talks about interdisciplinary approach, focus on research innovation, experienced faculty, state-of-the-art infrastructure, industry connections, holistic development, global exposure, commitment to sustainability, student-centric approach, innovative curriculum. So can you imagine it has covered a lot more compared to the previous other GPT platforms. So you can see the differences all these platforms are creating. So that is the beauty of artificial intelligence. You get solutions depending upon how you have trained these models. From text, we can also create media using some prompts. For example, if you say that I want a city with a medieval look, with a fort and with some interesting cloud, with some hills, with some old building, etc., etc. Can you imagine with DALI, you can produce this in few seconds. You can create art. Imagine cats in the 30s, 40s, 50s, showing various emotions, determined, happy, sleepy, angry, various drawings from media. You can even create videos using Sora, Google Sora, creatures that can fly in a very unique environment. Simple text, and you get this very interesting media. So you can imagine if you have some idea, all you need is a prompt, and then you can use any of these platforms. You can create a movie, you can be a scriptwriter, you can be an advertisement manager, creating new campaigns. You can be a movie director, creating a new movie just by having some nice prompts, linking these prompts. So All you need is those ideas. And AI helps you to get into the next level. UN's Sustainable Development Goals, popularly known as SDGs. We are living in a world where you see poverty, a lot of people, they don't have food to eat. Specifically, I would say certain parts of Africa, even I would say remote villages in India. Still, we have to address some of these fundamental issues. So, UN has formulated 17 goals, dividing into various tasks from education to healthcare, life on land, life below water. And for solving some of these large scale problems, we definitely need technologies. Our environment for detecting fire in real time, for monitoring pollution, for understanding natural disasters from earthquakes to volcanic eruption to landslides, understanding the climate change globally, understanding the salt water levels, understanding the flora and fauna at those meeting points where rivers and seas meets or ocean meets. You can imagine there will be a huge difference of salt water levels depending upon how the water comes inside from the sea or ocean, or how the rainwater is going out from the rivers to the ocean. So you can imagine various dependencies of the life, various plants and animals living in that situation. So we need technologies to understand these things. Similarly, smart cities, from giving them the best care, smart government policy, smart manufacturing, smart transportation, smart buildings, smart streets, understanding traffic, and then formulating new ways to avoid congestion, managing wastes in a smart city, designing intelligent transportation systems from driverless cars. Imagine, you can imagine the city with a lot of automation. So we really need transportation, intelligent transportation systems, and AI is, in the forefront to solve some of those cutting edge problems. Similarly, healthcare, from diagnostics, we are looking towards preventive measures, whether we can predict something is going to come in the future. So understanding various images from X-rays to MRIs to ultrasound to PET scans, we can understand various abnormalities from cardio to musculoskeletal to various neurological disorders, various respiratory diseases, and common cancers. So imagine if you look at an MRI scan, whether you can predict that something bad is coming probably in the coming months and years. So from just like we look at this TV and then you get information that it might it might rain later in the afternoon in 3-4 hours. And even if you look at some websites like weather.com, you get even 7 days prediction that how the weather is going to be in the next 7 days. Similarly, imagine if you have an MRI scan and you're getting a predictive diagnostic that in the next few months to few years you might have this, this, this. So healthcare is moving in that direction. It is all about how we look at the signal. For example, if you look at a mammogram, the one you see on the left is a standard mammogram. You only see 2 to 6 levels of shades. That's how typically we look at a mammogram. And if you look at various other profiles, for example, lipid, water, protein, you can see 65,000 signals. And if you have this many signals, you can also understand the situation a lot more. And then you can predict whether a patient might get breast cancer in the next few months. So AI and healthcare is moving in a very different dimension. Imagine if you want to navigate history. For example, if someone asks me how the Konark Temple was built 800 years ago when we didn't had, electricity, didn't have powerful machines, automation. So if we ask, it's native AI. You can imagine the future of media industry. What all things we can do using generative AI. You can even look back history. You can imagine if you have some photos and if you have some nice prompts, we can think about our great grandparents, how they would have been in our current homes and how they would interact with all of us. So all you need is just ideas, and all you need is some prompts. Similarly, you can imagine music. Music industry is seeing a lot of innovation. And here you are seeing A.R. Rahman performing without using any musical instruments, a full-fledged orchestra where you can see various partners coordinating just by using gestures and hand signs. So basically, it is translating to some signals, and the underlying technology understands this and converts that to various music and coordinates with various music instruments in the background.
I got fever running like a take you on. I can feel you, I'm shaking your leg.
You can see that all of them are wearing some wearables, and the way they were moving the hands and the body, that translated to various sensors, to signals. relaying this message to musical instruments and the coordination. So you can imagine the beauty of an orchestra without instruments. So basically, you can do this anywhere. So no need to carry any heavy instruments with you and things like that. So the future of media, music industry, I would say it's going to be very, very exciting. Similarly, you can see AI is doing a lot of things in the legal profession, from documents review, summarizing reviews, to predicting case outcomes, to various risks, so that someone can make informed decisions. Chatbots, you're seeing chatbots everywhere. If you go to a bank, if you go to a business enterprise, and today you can even see in court systems. So basically, you can get 24 by 7 legal assistance. It helps us to analyze documents. Imagine you might take weeks to scroll through thousands of pages of legal documents. But if you have AI, you can summarize this in few minutes. Writing assistance, you can help AI to draft legal documents, contracts. You can have a tutor can help you to offer personalized learning experiences, making it more engaging, efficient, and very productive. Similarly, AI in business can help you to enhance your decision making, automated content generation, personalized marketing sales, improved operational efficiency, smarter talent management, and faster innovation and product development. In technology, specifically biotech, you can look into speeding up drug discovery, understanding biology a lot more closer, synthetic biology and genetic engineering. You can understand the environment a lot more, predict the climate, more into sustainable design and discovering new materials so that it can have lower environmental impact, similarly optimizing energy and smart grid management. So you can imagine, various, like I would say, pathways, how AI is linked with various other disciplines. In School of AI, Sai University, we are offering few programs, BTech in AI, 4 years, a BCA with 3+1 honors program, MCA 2 years, master's program, and a postgraduate diploma program 1 year in various other disciplines, and a PhD in AI. So BTech in AI is more like a fine balance between theoretical research and practical applications. We touch the foundations. So it is not a simple computer science degree with some AI courses, but it is more like a AI-rich program, and where you get to study all the foundational aspects of AI and to more advanced technologies. And we also offer to take a minor in some of the specialization, for example, like digital healthcare, fintech, legal tech, media, digital psychology, and agri-tech. So in the coming days and weeks, I'll also touch into some of these areas, how AI is impacting some of these professional disciplines. So the idea is our graduates, once they finish a degree, they will be able to directly work in some of these industries, developing various AI platforms. So just to give a structure, it will look something like this. So you study a lot of foundational courses right from the first semester, programming courses, and second year you go to more AI/ML core courses. And third year, you again study more advanced courses with some elective courses and those minor courses. And the last year is dedicated for internships and towards understanding the industrial needs. So just to give you a picture to summarize, so Microsoft India, Puneet Chandok is a president and CEO of Microsoft India, and this came out yesterday. So according to him, he is telling the importance of indirect and importance of liberal education because of the influence of AI at large. And recently, you might have heard about Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft, visited India, and then a lot of partnerships, several billions of dollars they're investing in India for various developments with various industries, and clearly mentioning that the roles will evolve into specific tasks and careers will become more versatile, which means that there is a need to shift careers. If someone is focusing on engineering, probably that might not work in the future. There will be a need to switch to various demanding needs. So upskilling is only safeguard in the AI era. So there is no safe heaven if you just hide under some single discipline. And AI has moved from experimenting with AI to putting into work across aviation, healthcare, financial services, and manufacturing. Example, Apollo Hospital supporting clinician because before, doctors never used to trust technology. They always feel that it cannot be relied on. But imagine Apollo Hospital, one of the biggest hospital groups in the country, using technology for supporting doctors and hospital system. Similarly, ICICI Lombard reshaping core processes. The fintech industry going in a different way. Imagine paint industry, Asian Paints, bending the curve on innovation. Can you imagine the way future is going to be with liberal education and AI in the background. So with that, I will close my talk. You can also explore our programs. If you scan this QR code, you can directly access our programs and we'll be always there to answer any questions. Please get in touch with us and we'll be happily willing to answer any questions you have. And now we will spend some time for your questions. So if you have any questions, either you can ask me directly or you can text in the comment box, then I can read and answer you.
Thank you, sir, for this wonderful session.
Welcome, welcome.
Yeah. So, participants, if you have any questions regarding the multidisciplinary education or the programs at SaiU or with Sir AI in specifically, you can put it in the chat box. Sir might answer. Yes, Umesh.
Yes, let me see. Yes. Either you
Umesh,
can talk.
yeah.
Yes.
Umesh, we have enabled, enabled you to speak. You can ask Sir directly if you want. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, Umesh.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Sir, sir, am I here? Are you audible?
Yes, yes, very well, Himesh. Please go on.
Sir, it's great to speak with you, sir, first of all.
Welcome.
Sir,
Please continue.
as I had charted in LinkedIn that morning,
Okay. Got it. Yes. Yeah.
I joined in Tirupati, sir,
Yes.
but my motto is to study in Sai University, but how can is it possible now?
Yes. So if I remember correctly, you are in some engineering college in Tirupati and you're interested in studying AI with a minor in neuroscience, cognitive neuroscience.
Yes, sir.
Yes, wonderful. So I think you need to talk to our admission team and definitely they will, guide you further how to join. So you finished your first semester or second semester? You're finishing your first year.
No, sir, not finished. First semester also not completed.
Okay, so I would suggest, probably you can only enroll in the 26-27 academic cycle. So I would strongly suggest, continue, with your studies as of now because, like we cannot admit in the middle of, the academic cycle because that will have a lot of, like problems with course mapping and, like continuation of your uh, existing courses. So I would suggest that, finish your first year and then you can, like enroll in Sai University and definitely, our admission team will be very happy to help you. And we'll also try to see whether, we can exempt you from some courses. If you have taken some courses earlier, whether we can allow you to accept that and then, let you take some other courses so that, you can have, like I would say, a wider selection of courses available at Sai University. So basically, once you finish your first year, you might finish at least 10 different courses, and then we would like to see, which all courses we can, map and give exempt you from redoing the same course again, and then we can you can join Sai University. But I would say that you might have to join as a first year student because programs will be different, as I understand. So which program you're studying now?
AI.
BTech AI.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so then why you want to move to Sai University? Any I mean, other than this neuroscience, any specific reason?
Yes, sir. I have a deep interest in neuroscience to study, but here they don't offer minors.
Correct. So see, like I said, like our programs are very different. So I especially the BTech program, the AI program which you're studying now, and the program which you're offering now, I am sure that there will be a lot of differences. So if you can, like get in touch with the admission team, probably soon after this talk, you can, get in touch with the admission team and they will tell you a bit more details and about our program in detail. And you can also share with them what you're studying. And then we'll try to find a way how to onboard you.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
And you can see the text box. There is already a helpline provided. You can contact and then you can take it from there.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah.
All the best, Ramesh.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Umesh. So, as sir said, you have received an helpline number. You can contact the admissions team. They will guide you now specifically. Yeah, thank you. And we have one more question, sir. I think Meher, we don't have fashion design as a course as of now. So that is your answer. And sir, at registration level, we have one question. So the question is, how does liberal education across schools, I mean, the options with minors or audit courses, help us specialize in one major within 4 years of study? So that's the question, sir.
Yes. So I guess I mentioned, in the beginning. So UGC, as per UGC regulations, a student has to complete 160 credits worth of courses during the 4 years. And UGC regulation specifies that for awarding a major, one student should complete at least 80 credit hours in a particular major. And for a minor, the requirement is at least 24 credits. So basically, if you put together 80, you are having a major, then you have two minors. If you say you can have 24 plus 24, 48. So you only have 128 credits. And remaining, you still have about 32 credits left, which again, you can take some electives, you can take some interdisciplinary courses, for example, like critical thinking, communication skills, or various other, like IDC courses, depending upon, what are your aspirations and what you would like to do in the future, etc. So regulatory framework itself allows us to offer one major and two minors, but it's not required or mandatory for every student to use this pathway. So one can always study a traditional model. For example, if I want to study 160 credits from School of AI, definitely you can study 160 credits from that particular school. But what makes Sai University unique is our offering of this major minor combinations. So like I said, we have 8 different schools and about 50 different programs, UG plus masters plus PhD programs. So the different number of courses from various schools, I guess it is very interesting. And like I said in the beginning, one should not choose immediately, but after 6 months, 1 year, you can slowly start thinking what I want to do, what are my strengths, what are my interests, and what are my aspirations. And then accordingly, you can pick and select those courses. Hope I answered that question.
Yes, sir. Yes, thank you. And there is one more question. How many minors a student can take while pursuing the BTech AI course? Is there any limitation?
So in theory, I guess we cannot have more than 2 minors. Even that, I think, is a little bit on the high side. I mean, in theory, unless you have that aspiration that I want to be like this and I want this and this. You should be very focused. So I remember we have a very interesting case at Sai University. One student joined Sai University, I think, in 2021, and she wanted to join biological sciences. At the same time, she wanted to have a minor in computing and data science and a minor in law. So you can imagine, such a, like huge variation. And then apparently, like when we asked the student told us, that she likes biology and she wants to do more into bioinformatics, and she wants to understand the underlying things for which she needs some understanding of deep computing and data science. And then she wants to be an entrepreneur. She wants to have her own startup, something in bioinformatics domain, and she wants to understand legal aspects. She wants to protect her intellectual property rights, inventions. So that sort of vision, like for future. So if someone has that sort of vision, then definitely, you should pick this minor with this major. But at Sai University, we have our own mentors. We have a mentor-mentee scheme. So definitely, we will also help the student to navigate, understand the student's strengths, talents, and aspirations, and then our faculty and mentors, they'll be able to guide them properly. So just to put it short, I would say 1 major and 2 minors are very much possible. And besides that, we also have to compulsorily study some interdisciplinary courses. So which takes away sometimes minimal 16 to 20 plus credits. So when you put all these things together, doing more than 2 minors might be difficult.
Thank you, sir. And we have one more question from Savita Arul. Do
Yeah.
we have campus recruits for the course BTech Biotech and BSc Neuroscience? And please let me know the scope of these courses.
So BTech Biotech, we just started last year. So I think the first year students, they are studying now. So we don't have any, I would say, campus recruitment or such things in place. But definitely we have recruitments for our normal degrees. For example, our older schools, School of Arts and Sciences, School of Law, and School of Computing Data Sciences. So we have, I would say, School of Arts and Sciences and School of Computing Data Sciences. Both of them have produced graduates, and they are now working in industry. Some of them have gone for higher studies. School of Law is yet to have graduates. I think they are in the current final year now. And School of Arts and Sciences offers BSc Biological Sciences and also the specialization in neuroscience. And we had several successful graduates, and from my understanding, most of them have gone for higher studies to some top universities in the US. So we had a few graduates in the last convocation, which happened in November. So we had a few graduates, and I think all of them are doing very well. So both neuroscience, I would say, BSc, the specialization in neuroscience is one of the, I would say, one of our specialty. I would say Sai University is offering. I guess such a niche, a specialty thing is very difficult to find in any other university. And also the faculty we have. So we have a faculty, I guess, both, I would say, the professors, they have postdoctoral training from outside India. I think Dr. Kalimuthu, I think he has training from UC Berkeley. And then he had some training in University of Oxford. Similarly, Dr. Anil is training, he did his postdoctoral training from Germany. And he has also worked extensively in different parts of Europe. So both our neuroscience faculty has immense experience outside, and apparently our former vice chancellor was also a specialist in neuroscience. He himself is a PhD from Harvard. So the curriculum itself, I would say, is world class, and the faculty, like I mentioned, they are also, I would say, with an international exposure. So I guess it is one of the best schools, or not best schools, the best program uh, in India, neuroscience program. And recently we had some collaboration with IIT Tirupati. So we had our students visiting there. And we had some of our faculty, their faculty coming here. So we had some very interesting academic exchange during this happened, I think, in November, just last month.
Uh, Thank you, sir. And we have one more question. So this is about club activities at SaiU and also the entrepreneurship club exclusively. if you can have a word about it.
So we have 20 plus student clubs from gardening, music, dance, debating. I think computer science itself has few, then law school there are few. So depending upon the schools, and we have a sports club as well. So very active, I would say, student community at Sai University. And we also believe and promote such activities in campus because we also want our students to have that holistic experience, not just classroom, but outside classroom, learning various skills, etc. And entrepreneurship is something which, as you might know, and I also mentioned our Chancellor, Honorable Chancellor, is one of India's first IT entrepreneurs. So in the 80s, when IT didn't exist, he started the IT industry. And we have a club only for entrepreneurship. And we just finished a specialized course in entrepreneurship in the last semester. I mean, in the last few months. And it was a mandatory course for School of AI students. And it was also open to students from other schools as well. So we have close to 60 plus students taking this course on entrepreneurship, which was taught by myself, and the Honorable Chancellor also gave a few lectures during this class. And one of the beauty of this course was we are able to tell more about our own learning experiences, as entrepreneurs. And those students were asked to come up with a pitch deck about some new idea and about some prototype, and then how they're going to go to the market, the business model, the financial needs. And we're very happy that we literally saw some 40 different startup ideas coming out from our first semester AI students. And I would say out of that, 5 or 6 could be very interesting startups. So we have a Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship at Sai University, and next semester we are planning to install a full-fledged incubator where we'll support all the startup ideas. And moving forward, we are trying to create some events to enhance and create a culture of entrepreneurship at Sai University. And also we are trying to instill the idea of entrepreneurship in the community at large. We are trying to create some nationwide competition, pitching some ideas from school students and then inviting them to Sai University to present their ideas. And then we will have some mentors from the industry to give them ideas, connecting them with venture capitalists to provide them seed funding. So those type of things we are planning in the coming weeks and months. So entrepreneurship, I would say, is very much in the air at Sai University, and moving forward, we will do more things towards that dimension. Like I said earlier, making entrepreneurship as a culture.
Thank you, sir, for that exclusive update on incubation and entrepreneurship at SaiU. So, participants, if you have any more questions, you can put in the Q&A. This is the final call. Uh, so, sir will answer that. So, and there is a question from, a school counselor. Um, so, is there any possibility for faculty development program for schools at SaiU? Can explain
Yes.
some?
That's a very interesting question. So we are planning to launch an FTP program for school teachers sometime in January, probably towards mid-January. So we'll invite all the school teachers from all over the country to join us, either visit our campus or join online. So idea is to teach these teachers about various aspects of AI specifically, how to teach our students so that they can be AI ready even before they pass out and start their various learning pathways. So we will formally announce this sometime this week. So currently we are preparing the brochures, and I would say that the brochure will be ready by this week, and then we can launch the call, and then we can finalize it. So it will be more like a hybrid mode. Those who wish to come to campus, they can visit our campus, and those who would like to join us online, you can also join online. So it is only exclusively for school teachers.
Thank you, sir. So, we're almost in the verge of closure. So, a final call for questions. Students, parents, of educators, if you have any questions, you can put in the chat box. The sir will answer that. So, I think that would be it. So thank you, sir. Oh, I think we have one last. Yeah. So again, a question from Savita Arun. I have applied for 2026 BTech biotech admission for my daughter who is currently 12th grade syllabus. Can you please let me know the syllabus? Yeah. So,
Yes,
ma'am,
yes.
yeah, I think this probably a counselor will reach out to you if you have already applied. So I think SaiU entrance exam would be your next step. So and syllabus, yes, probably your counselor will give you a detailed view on that. So because each school has its own, course structure. I mean, the exam structure is differs. So a counselor will get back to you. So we have noted down your name. So probably we'll get back to you. Yeah, a counselor will give you a call. Yeah, sure. Thank you. So with that, I think, and thank you, sir, for this wonderful session. It was so informative. And a quick update to participants that our 2026 admissions have opened. You can very well apply at go to our website www.sciuniversity.edu.in, and you can very well find our apply link. You can apply across courses, across schools. So, and the early you apply, the early would be you'll get scholarship benefits as well. Yeah. So, thank you, sir. Thank you for your wonderful.
Thank you. Wishing you all a happy holidays. Thank you.